Online Therapeutic Recreation Activities. Hosted by Imagine Certified Therapeutic Recreation Specialists.
Hello everyone and welcome to Healthy Living. Today we will be doing several different activities. What we are going to start with is mind and body trivia. So I'm going to be asking a few questions and providing a little bit of time for you guys to think them over and then answer. And I will also show you the answers. After we go through the few questions I have about mind and body and keeping it healthy, we are going to explore different coping mechanisms. So I hope you guys have a good time and learn a little bit more about how to keep yourself healthy and how to alleviate some stress and how to cope with different things. So to start, let's begin with mind and body trivia. Okay, first question. True or false, each night you should get 7 to 9 hours of sleep? The answer is true. The body needs at least 7 hours of sleep to function at its best. Usually, however, each person is different and may need a different amount of sleep and can function differently depending on how many hours they get. Next question. Which foods are high in vitamin C? Oranges, grapefruit, kiwi, or all of the above? The answer is all of the above. A fun fact, though, is kiwi actually has the most vitamin C in it out of all the fruits mentioned above. How many minutes of physical activity should you get each week? 120 minutes, 30 minutes, 150 minutes, or 210 minutes? The answer is 150 minutes. This comes out to be a total of 30 minutes of exercise, 5 days a week. True or false? Aerobic exercises do not improve mental health. The answer for this question is false. Aerobic exercise has been shown to improve mental health. Exercising releases chemicals like endorphins and serotonin, which can help to improve one's mood. Which of the following is a healthy way to lower stress levels? Eating unhealthy foods, going for a mindful walk in nature, watching TV all day, or none of the above? The answer is going for mindful walks in nature. Nature has so many added health benefits and has been proven to reduce anxiety, stress, and depression. A reason for this is that nature boosts endorphin levels and dopamine production. As we learned earlier, these chemicals help us to feel happy. Last question. True or false? Coping mechanisms of stress include deep breathing, tapping, nature walks, coloring, meditation, and watching cute animal videos. The answer is true. All the mechanisms mentioned above have been shown to help when feeling stressed. The important thing to know and understand is that not everyone has the same coping mechanisms that work for them. It is important to find ones that truly help you and not to do the same coping mechanisms because your friends or peers are doing it, because it may not always help you. Alright guys, good job with the mind and body trivia. Now that we are done with that, we are going to switch to our main activity, which is coping mechanisms and breathing techniques. Some of these things you guys may have done previously in a different Healthy Living with a different intern or a CTRS. But I thought it was very important to go over them and just kind of reiterate their importance, especially during this time. So, a quick outline of what's to come is we're going to go over the tapping method, some shape breathing, a gratitude list, and the importance of coloring. So get ready to learn about some different coping mechanisms, and I hope you guys enjoy them. First coping mechanism we're going to learn about is tapping. So some facts about it is that it's also known as emotional freedom techniques, also EFT. It is similar to acupuncture, where lightly tapping certain points of your face and upper body can relieve tension and stress. Unlike with acupuncture though, you can use your fingertips instead of needles, and best of all, you can do it yourself. This practice is a combination of modern psychology and the principles of 5,000-year-old acupuncture. Tapping makes full use of the mind-body connection, acknowledging the integration of certain concepts of physical pain, disease, and mental well-being are intricately connected to our emotional state. The body is equipped with an energy system that travels along pathways known as the meridians. Tapping of these meridians endpoints help to stimulate the system, and when verbally or mentally addressed, the root cause of distress, the areas of blocked energy are able to release and flow naturally. The basic tapping technique requires you to focus on the negative emotions at hand, a fear, a worry, a bad memory, an unresolved problem, or anything that bothers you. While maintaining your mental focus on this issue, you use your fingertips to tap 5 to 7 times on each of the 9 specific meridian points of the body. Tapping on these meridian points in sequence while concentrating on the negative emotions engages both the brain's limbic system and the body's energy system, encouraging a sense of safety and resolution. And as the scientific field of epigenetics is proving, when you change your internal environment, your emotions and your beliefs, external changes in your mind and physical health will follow. In some ways, tapping is similar to acupuncture. Like tapping, acupuncture achieves healthy through stimulating the body's meridian energy flow. The scientific basis for tapping therapy revolves around the function of a specific almond-shaped part of your brain called the amygdala. It is part of the body's limbic system, the source of emotion and long-term memory. The amygdala is known as the brain's fear center, for which flight or fight response originates, alerting other parts of your brain that it senses danger. This in turn initiates the firing of the brain receptors and the release of specific hormones that allow the body to respond to the perceived danger. This process is highly useful when faced with a real survival situation or an actual threat, but can be detrimental when developed into an irrational fear, such as public speaking or fear of rejection. Tapping has been shown to literally turn off the amygdala, disrupting the stress response and allowing the brain's synapses to rewind for a more appropriate emotional response to a given situation. So how tapping works is step 1, think of an issue you are struggling with. It can be emotional, like feeling stressed at work or at school, or sad about the loss of something, or physical, such as a headache or back pain. Next step is to say or think of a set up statement such as, even though I have this problem, what is bothering you or causing pain, I accept myself and how I feel. Repeat this statement 3 times. Say out loud or in your mind how you feel while you tap on key acupressure points in the body. You're probably already having an internal conversation with yourself about the pain or stress you're experiencing. Acknowledge those feelings while you tap the acupressure points. After 2 rounds of tapping, you should start to feel better. Practice tapping for about 5 minutes or until your tapping points have been tired. Now with me, you guys, I would like you guys to practice your tapping. So, we can start with our heads. Let's tap the top of it. We're going to do this 5 times. Tap the top of your head. Then switch to the other parts in the picture shown. The in between your eyebrows, the side of your eyes, under your eyes, under your nose, your chin, the collarbones, under your arm, and the karate chop, which is right on the side of your hand. Take a few minutes and practice these by yourself, and remember to think about what is causing you stress or pain. Say it out loud and say that you accept yourself. I don't know about you, but I definitely like the tapping method. The next coping mechanism we are going to move on to is shape breathing. When you are calm, your body is in what is known as the rest and digest mode. Your breathing is normal, your muscles are relaxed, and your heart rate is normal. When you experience a stressful event, or just stress in general, your body automatically goes into what is known as a flight, fight, or freeze mode. Your heart rate increases, your stomach stops digesting, and your breath becomes more shallow. Sometimes you just don't feel right. The goal of the calming exercise is to get yourself from flight, fight, or freeze mode back to rest and digest mode. Deep breathing helps get more oxygen into your bloodstream, open up your capillaries. It has a physical effect on your body to help you calm down and lower stress. I like shape breathing because it helps us to slow down and focus on what we are doing, which is our breathing. I'm going to go through 4 different shape breathing exercises. We will practice all 4 of them for a few minutes. What I want you guys to do is either trace the screen and follow the steps on each picture. Or you can trace the shape on your leg, the table, the ground, anything near you. But make sure you're following the steps that are on the shapes. The hope is that you find one that you can go to and use in the future. The first shape we are going to start with is the lazy 8 breathing. Alright, for lazy 8 breathing, you're going to start with your finger in the middle where the star is. And you're going to go trace it to the breathe in, and then follow the arrow to the breathe out. The pace that you choose to move your finger is up to you, so you can breathe slowly or a little bit faster. I'm going to provide this screen up for a few seconds, a little while, and I want you guys to continue trying the lazy 8 breathing. The next shape breathing that we have is star breathing. I want you guys to find a point on the star that says breathe in. Put your finger there, put it on a table or something, and then breathe in. Hold your breath, and then breathe out. I want you guys to go all the way around the star. And I'm going to leave the picture up for a little bit and see how many times you can get around the star doing this breathing in, holding, and breathing out. Again, the pace can be up to you, so it can be as slow as calming as you want or a little bit faster depending on what you need. The third shape breathing that we have is a square breathing. So you're going to start at the start here point, and you're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for 4 seconds. Then breathe out for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds, and then repeat. Like I did for the first two, I'm going to leave the picture up for a few seconds. See what this feels like. Keep doing it until the picture leaves. Your breathing and the pace that you choose, again, is up to you. Just make sure it's comfortable. The last shape breathing we have is triangle. So you're going to start at the start here point, and you're going to breathe in for 3 seconds, tracing the triangle. Hold for 3 seconds, and then breathe out. The whole time you're focusing on that triangle shape and tracing it with your fingers. On the screen, make sure you're not actually touching the screen and that you're just tracing above it. Or you can trace on a table in front of you, your lap, or on the ground. But we're going to start at the start here point. Again, breathe in, hold for 3 seconds, and then breathe out. I'm going to leave the picture up for a few seconds, a little bit of time, I should say. And I would like you guys to keep trying the triangle breathing. Go at your own pace, whatever you feel comfortable with, and enjoy it. Okay, there are 2 activities left that are a great way to lower stress. First one being creating a gratitude list. So, I want you guys to take about 5 minutes and use a piece of paper and writing utensils and either write or draw a list of things that make you happy or things that you are grateful for. When your time is done, I want you guys to figure out how you are feeling. Are you feeling a little bit better? Are you feeling the same? How did creating a list make you feel? The hope is that by doing this, you're taking your mind off of something else and focusing on something you like or that you love. Happy, grateful, any of the above. And the hope is that with that, you're able to kind of get rid of the stress that you're holding on to. I would like you guys to now pause and take about 5 minutes to create your list. The last activity that I have is coloring. So, this can be, or drawing, I should say, coloring and drawing. So if you have a coloring book, some coloring pencils, markers, crayons, use that and color a picture, draw a picture, and just see how your creativity flows out of you. If you don't have any of those things, I do have a link which allows you to color online. It's not the kind of coloring that you usually do, where you get to choose like every single piece, but you can click on certain parts and it'll fill in the colors for you. The picture that you are looking at now is a picture that I colored from this online website I provided. The website is in the activity plan as well as the additional resources on the email I sent out. Coloring is just a great way to distract yourself in a calming sense, especially if you're coloring in something intense that has a little bit more parts, because it allows you to focus on something else and get a little bit of your creativity juices flowing, and it's just a kind of a methodical, peaceful feeling to be coloring something. So I hope you guys enjoy the different activities and coping mechanisms we have gone through. I would love to hear your feedback and see and hear what you guys did. And yeah, I hope you're feeling a little de-stressed and calm today. Thank you everyone for joining me today in Healthy Living and reviewing how to keep our mind and body healthy, as well as going over different coping mechanisms. I hope you guys enjoyed your time today and that you were able to take away some of these different things we went over. Thank you again for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great day.